You get back to your room after sitting through a long day of classes and trekking back from the BRC. To unwind, you boot up your old Wii console and load Mario Kart, calling a friend over to join you. Because you're a superior player who uses a nunchuck to steer instead of just the Wiimote, you clobber your friend and are crowned first place in the 150cc Grand Prix. Being able to use the joystick on the nunchuck is integral in many games, but what if using a nunchuck wasn't as easy as plugging the nunchuck into a remote, holding it in your hands, and using your thumb on the joystick to direct Peach to victory? Memorial Hermann TIRR is a huge hospital right across the street from Rice, offering rehabilitation for mostly brain and spinal injury patients, and occasionally patients with neurological conditions. One of their rehabilitation techniques offered in occupational and recreational therapy is therapy through adaptive gaming. Having the patients play video games has two purposes. Games improve patients' physical strength by encouraging them to use limbs or body parts that are difficult to move, and gaming is meaningful in helping them create and maintain social connections through internet-based games. These patients have limited motion and are unable to use standard gaming controllers. The therapy uses an Xbox adaptive gaming controller instead, with a gaming pad and nunchuck. This nunchuck is what we're going to focus on here. Like how the patients are unable to use standard controllers, they are also unable to hold nunchucks like able-bodied people can, in their hands and using their thumbs to move the joystick. Many patients have lost use of both their upper and lower body, using their chins instead to move their power wheelchairs and perform other tasks. So that these patients are able to use the nunchuck, the current solution in this adaptive gaming is to attach the nunchuck to something so that it stays wherever the patient has muscle control. For patients who use their chins, the nunchuck gets mounted to the wheelchair drive control under their chin. As you can imagine, this is unideal and not a great long-term solution. Attaching the nunchuck is time-consuming to set up and has little consistency in its process. It also lacks adjustability and stability. Thus, the client is searching for a device to securely hold the nunchuck under the patient's chin. This device would ideally be attached to armrest, then extended up to the chin. The device would also ideally be adaptable to the patient's current devices, in this case, the patient's power wheelchairs, the most common brands of which are PerMobile and Quantum. This device will be used with multiple patients. Because the gaming setup is unique patient to patient and there is no normal position for the nunchuck, the device needs to be adjustable, such as moving the nunchuck closer or further from the patient's chin. However, it still must be stable enough to resist the pressure of a patient moving the nunchuck. In addition, because this will likely be used from patient to patient, it must be easily sanitized. A nice-to-have for the device is for it to be easily reproducible to reach as many patients as possible, potentially through a process like 3D printing. In a therapeutic gaming session, a successful device will shorten the time to set up and position the nunchuck. The device will also provide the stability needed for patients to use the nunchuck without worry of it moving out of place or falling, allowing them to enjoy the gaming session and experience the benefits of therapy to its fullest potential.